Hey guys, welcome back. Thought I'd do a update video on the Mystery Machine. And as you can see, I got the plates out, and of course I blooper right in the beginning. As you can see, I've been working at getting these plates all freed up. Success with a brass rod and a punch. And when I was taking these out, guys, I did not use these tools on these little finger holes. I banged out from the back part of these plates, and you got to be very gentle so you don't cause a lot of burring or anything. And there you go, got those freed up. And even this one here, this one's moving too, but that pops my shuttle out, and I don't want to pop the shuttle out right now. As you can see, I have thread in the machine. Anyways, I'd like to say thank you, first off, to you guys for reaching out to me and giving me some ideas of the maker possible of this machine. We had Gritzner, we had Frister and Rossmann, Seidel and Newman, all kinds of different names, guys. And from the research I've done, this could be any one of those manufacturers. We may never find out, but we'll continue the search. You guys might be able to give me an idea of, a better idea of how to track down by the VIN number, which I found over here, guys. The VIN number is right here. The number I found underneath was just a stamp part number, because all of these pieces are stamped with the same number or some of the numbers from the VIN tag. So I do believe this is a handmade machine. They would work on these plates and fit them to the machine, and then they would go into a box, they would paint the machine, and then reassemble it with all the appropriate pieces that were manufactured for this specific machine. So thankfully I did not wreck any of these, and they were all there when I got the machine. But there was one thing, well, a couple things that weren't with this machine when I got it. The needle clamp was missing. Don't know if you guys noticed that. I fabricated this one myself. We'll talk about that in a bit. And also, this little dial right here, I'm going to take it out. It's loose. It's just sitting in there because it's not the right one. You can see how short this is. The proper one for this would be tall and have a shank on it so that it stood taller. And the reason why is so it could clear the base of the column here. This one does not clear the base of the column, so you really can't set your stitch length to the full length. Now, underneath, there's a lot of cleaning that still needs to be done. So luckily for me, my stitch length rod is not moving very freely right now, and I have it set at a longer stitch. And I'll show you guys that in a minute. But anyways, I have to get a screw similar to the presser foot screw for here. So I'll dig through my parts and see what I have. Pretty sure I could find something or fabricate something. So those are the only two pieces that aren't correct, guys, is this and the needle clamp. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to find out the year and the maker of this machine. I thought, let's have some fun with it. Let's name this machine ourselves. I have an idea of a name that I want to name it, but maybe you guys can leave me some names in the comment section there. Some names you think we should name this machine, because this is my plans with this machine, guys. I'm going to strip down this machine, not this is steel. I'm going to sand everything down, and I'm going to repaint this machine, but I want to replicate the paint job that's existing. So I'm going to document all of the existing paintings everywhere on this machine, and I'm going to repaint this machine and make this my first full restoration. Okay, guys, I'm going to try to redo all the gold pinstriping and everything that you see on this machine. Hopefully it will turn out nice, and hopefully it's some stuff maybe you guys want to see. Come along with me. I don't find too many videos on people tearing these machines apart and putting them back together, so I thought I'll do that. I'll do a little video series of me pulling this machine apart and getting it all cleaned up, and then we'll do a paint job, and I'm going to try to do some custom work, do my own gold painting and and all that stuff. So I'm going to restore this machine 100%, guys, and the reason why is because I just love this machine. It works great. My custom little needle clamp is working. Maybe you guys can tell me where I can get the proper needle clamp, but in the meantime, I'm okay with it not having the proper needle clamp. Here's a piece of paper. See if I can get that to zoom in. I did some test stitching on. My light's a little bright here. Maybe I can move my light out of the way. Getting crazy here, knocking stuff all over. Anyways, let me show you this thing running a stitch. It'll just be better that way. That way you guys know it's working. Once I set that needle, that's all I had to do. I haven't even touched the tensions. So here we go. You guys ready? Isn't that a nice machine? Listen to that thing go. I haven't even pulled it apart and done a full proper cleaning. And I made that needle clamp myself from a chunk of steel from an old Japanese clone that I pulled apart. There you go. I'll take some pictures and show you guys the stitches this thing's doing. But yeah, it's working great. One of these days, I guess I'm gonna have to ask Santa for a new camera. Anyways, there you are, guys. My future plans. Leave me some comments. And I'd like to say thank you to all the fellow channels that do sewing machine videos as well. You guys know who you are. You're the ones leaving me the comments and referring me to go to places to check out websites and do a little bit more research. And you never know. Maybe I'll find out more on this machine. But anyways, guys, until my next video, I guess we'll have to figure out a name for this machine. And you guys can start to watch me tear this machine apart. If that's something you want to see, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. If I don't get 10 thumbs up on this video, then I'll just show you guys the machine all apart. I won't even show you me taking it apart. How about that? Anyways, guys, until the next video, stay safe. I'll talk to you soon. What's that? Oh yeah, the needle clamp. Yeah, I didn't really explain it enough, did I? Okay, for you guys who want to know, this is Dawson's Tinker Shack, right? Well, I tinker, and I fabricated something. Instead of me spending a lot of time searching, I went through my stuff and found a piece of steel. And as you can see, this is a upper thread tensioner from a Japanese clone, and the whole thing comes out in one chunk. And I took advantage of the threaded hole with the grub screw you see right here. So I figured if I got a grub screw there, and I got this big chunk of steel, it's got a small hole there, I could cut it out big enough to fit around my needle bar. You can see that there. And I can shorten it down. So what I did was I took it apart, took this chunk of steel, took a marker, scribed a line around the outside, cut that with my grinder. So now I have my thickness I need, my height, as you can see there, from there to there. Now I did it a little bit bigger so that I could file it to a perfect, well, best I can. I won't say perfect, wait till you see it. I'll show you some pictures. But anyways, did the best I can. I tried to make it as nice as I could. So I cut that first. And then I aligned. You can see there's a line there. I've already drawn a line just to give me an idea. Keep it good on camera for you. But you can see that line right there. I drew a line to a line where the grub screw goes in here, so that I could draw the shape I need to cut out for the needle bar. Right? Now I held this up against the needle bar after dismantling it. And I'm just doing this as an example. Obviously, this is crude. But so I drew that shape to cut out to fit around the needle bar there. Get my hand out of the way. So you can see how that square, well, I not cut that square out for it. Now I have a grub screw that can clamp. The grub screw's on this side. It clamps like you traditionally would do, but it's a screw, just like in here. It's a flathead screw. It's okay. How often do you change your needle, right? So in the future, I'm hoping to get the proper one, but this will do for now. So there you go, and that's how I made it. I chopped that, I cut this out, I filed it, and then once I had that part done, I was able to put the clamp on the needle bar. Now on the needle bar itself, it's a little hard to see here, but on the needle bar here, you can see there's a little groove where the needle sits. So I put a mark on my clamp after I clamped it to the needle bar, and I put a mark right here where the needle would sit, and I filed it until I had a nice little nesting spot for the needle so that it didn't pop out when I clamped it. Okay, because the needle bar has a groove with a flat back, so it will hold the needle, but I still did a nice job. I made sure that the back of this was flat, and I did file it round towards the face like it needed to be. And then there you go. Now once everything fit nice, then I cleaned it up with a file and shaped it a little bit nicer than just leaving it all a big chunk. But that's what I made it out of. Yeah, I know, that's boring, but I thought I'd show you guys that. If you're into fabricating stuff like me, I didn't know if I was going to be able to get a needle clamp for this because I can't find out the name of the machine or anybody who sells parts. But anyways, there you go. There's a needle clamp. I'll show you some pictures of my crude needle clamp. I'll take it off the machine and show you some close-ups. And then meanwhile, guys, feel free to leave a name suggestion if you think there's a name we should name this. And all I can say is from the letters, I think it said BRDA. There's a place that has a name of that. I think it was over in Italy. You guys can look it up. I don't know. Anyways, stay safe. Talk to you soon.